I'm a reviewer, and I'm a collector. Select the collecting, be joined. Hey guys, this is your friend Dama back again for another video. But this time is a little different. As you can see, I'm looking at my collection, and I'm trying something a little different. I'm trying to use my phone here to try and record this. So, as I can tell now, my hand's shaking from this, so please bear with me on that. As I mentioned before, I have bad nerves, so my hands shake quite a bit, and I'm trying to do this without this way just to see how this goes. But as you can see, I'm looking at my collection, but we're not going to look at my collection. That's not where we're going to start at. We're going to start over here. These are my, as you can see, 15 short boxes. These 15 short boxes contain all my single Transformers comics collection. I have over 2,000 in these boxes. But that's not all of them. That is not all of them by far. If you watched my recent Instagram and stuff, I picked up that short box there, as long as that long box as well of the Optimus Prime. I do have some books in there. The trailer actually holds some of the UK books I've recently gotten, and they are in there. I'm going to be doing a more in-depth collection here pretty soon of my comics, so please keep an eye out for that. I don't have with the UK comics, I don't have very many in there. I got a few in there right now, but I'm hoping that can hold more than what's in there. I think I got like 40 at the most right now. Maybe a little bit more than that. I'm not sure the exact count on that. But we'll move over here, and there you see that's my recording space. We're going to start at the top here on my collection. There you see the other half of that collection of them boxes. I got the Soundwave box right there. And almost forgot. Before we get to that, let's look at these. I have these great prints that I got from Jean-Paul Beauvais. They're pretty cool. This is a nice like Star Wars homage there of the original movie. They're here at the bottom corner. If you can make that out there's Jean-Paul Beauvais' signature. That's just one of the few I got from there. Also got this image. This comes from one of the comics books. I can't remember if this is More Than Meets the Eye or ID. It was a homage to the issue 75 of the original Marvel comic. But that's a great image there. This is another one done, colored by Jean-Paul Beauvais, and I got from him. And that one is signed there as well. We go on to the next one. Another one, again from Jean-Paul Beauvais. Prime Megatron batted on top of the dam with Jean-Paul's autograph there as well. And next in my collection, here we have Scott McNeil's autograph that he did at TFCon. Well, not too long ago. I actually wasn't at the con himself. A friend of mine actually picked this up for me. I paid him back for it. I wasn't able to attend, but he managed to get this for me. And that's pretty darn cool. That is pretty awesome there. Scott McNeil, of all of his voices that he's done over the years. As they say, with him, it's more easier to say what characters has he not done than it is how many characters he has done. And then we have my Covenant of Primus hanging up in its case. Very cool. We're going to go on back up to where we were at just a minute ago. There we have my Soundwave comic book box. Just for now, I got it up there displayed. And I'm going to actually move it because there's something sitting behind it. I keep it hidden behind it mostly. Bear with me a second. I'll have to use my other hand. There's my G1 Jetfire. Still in his box. The box ain't pristine. I do like the fact it's still got the label, price tag on it. We're going to go on to the next one. I have a Gary Chalk autograph there in a frame, which is pretty cool. Next to that, this isn't Transformers related, but still pretty cool. My local Comic-Con, not this past year, the year before last, we had Amira Furlan come to it, and she was the only reason I mostly went to that con that year. I wanted to meet her. She was Ambassador Delenn on the series Babylon 5. I got her autograph on there. It's actually on the back and on the inside of this. On the back side of that, it opens up, and there's her signature's on there. I really love meeting her. She was really nice. When I got to her, my hands were shaking like they are now, and she actually stood there and held my hand, asking if I was okay. I told her about my nerve damage and stuff. She actually stood there for a good 5 minutes just holding my hand, trying to help me relax, and just talking to me. So she was pretty darn awesome. Then we have Titans Return Triptychon with his deluxe figure as well. There you have my G1 reissue Fort Max. In front of him, you see I got my other Fort Maxes there. There's the Kabaya, the cog from the G1. There's a Toy World Infiltrator. I never can. It's Infiltrator there as well. There's my perfect little small Perfect Effect version of them. There's Warden, and then there's the big Titans Return version. So I wonder who's my next favorite figure besides Dinobot. I'm going down to my next shelf. Here we have most of my trade paperbacks of my comic collection. Got a good many of them as well. That's all on one shelf, and then right below it, I got another shelf full as well. You can see these are more of the big digest books. A bunch of the Titans Return, or not Titans, give me the Titan books versions, and a couple there of the IDW as well. Actually, these two of the Phase 2 are actually autographed. I got those signed as well. But we're going to go back up to the next one. There we have my Batman Arkham Origins Joker figure set, or figurine there. That is pretty darn cool. You got, spoiler alert, by the way, that actually is the whole Joker's head. There's actually a head for Black Mask that it's really come with, and that's the spoiler, that it's really the Joker in the thing. I kind of like it with the Joker on there. I may switch it out and put Black Mask back on there. We're going back. As you can see, there's my Classics Optimus Prime with the G3 trailer. Right behind there is the lunchbox I got from Ross, and I've been using that for my giveaways to draw the names in. There's my Machine Wars Prime and the World's Smallest Prime. And incidentally, if I can mention this on my Machine Wars Prime, if anybody happens to have an idea of how to fix the spring that's in these right here, you can put it down, but one of them just doesn't want to peg down right. So if you know much about that, please get back to me on the comments below. We're going down the next shelf below. There's my Optimus Prime bust. It actually does talk. As you can see, we'll just push the button here.
I am Optimus Prime.
Which is pretty cool. It comes with a little book. There's my Pepsi Prime, which I did pick this up. This one and a couple others I did pick up from Bot Fink when it was out there, but it's no longer out. So, still a pretty good deal. I sent them some Creos and some other stuff, and I got this one and a couple other stuff from them. There's G2 Laser Prime. He's one of the original ones I had from when I first started collecting. I sold most of my collection, and he was one of the few that I actually managed to keep. There's my Action Master Prime, which I got, once again, in a trade from my Spark brother, Jeremy. Which, if you're watching, brother, once again, I still appreciate that deal we did for that guy. There's the Reissue Prime and the G2 Prime. Again, those are the two other figures that come with this original Pepsi Prime. And before I go much further, I gotta say I was very proud of this moment. When I got these, my then, I think she was 7 at the time, my 7-year-old daughter was watching me with them, and she actually picked up the Pepsi Prime. And as I was transforming the reissue, she transformed the Pepsi Prime fully into robot mode. I was stunned, I was proud, and I was shocked, and I was almost in tears all at the same time. That was a pretty awesome day for that day. We're going to go on down. Here is my Windblade collection. You guys have probably seen this image a couple of times on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. But here's the two from the RID series. Right behind there is the Generations Takara. Whoop. I just knocked one of them. I'll fix her later. There's the original Generations release. There's the Takara release. And back behind there's the Titans Return release of her. And the Takara version of the same mold. Pretty cool. I managed to get those. We'll go on down. Here's the rest of my Fembots. We got the Takara RC / Chromia Victorion, which not too long ago I actually picked up in a deal for when I picked up the MP10. Dude sent me that as well. I'm still very appreciative of that. There's Titan Return RC, Power of the Primes of Chromia, Titan Returns, Nautica, and then back behind there you see Power of Primes Alita 1. And it looks like my Windblade, the other Windblade fell back there. I didn't realize that. There's the other Windblade from the Combiner Force, along with the other two, RC and Chromia as well. Next shelf here, we have, of course, the Power of the Primes Terracons that I've gotten so far, and the Duocon there, as well as the Titans Return Megatron. Um, I do have the Hunger coming. He should be here one day this week. So hopefully that will be out there as well. And then we have my Grimlocks, the Universe Grimlock, which is basically a repaint of Dinobot. This is actually a KO of the original G1, the Pretender, and then the War for Cybertron version as well. And then there's all my Dinobot figures. Very cool collection there. Not as many as I would like. I still like to get some more at some point. I know I like to get the other version of the Transmetal 2 Dinobot. There's like a peach or white colored and a clear colored or another version of him. I've yet to pick that one up. We can go on down to the next shelf down where my Power Master Primes and God Bombers and many other Primes are. There's another Jin Rai back there. Again, I just recently traded and got him from my Spark brother as well as this Faith Leader Prime here. We've actually done some pretty good deals back and forth. So once again, brother Jeremy, thanks a lot. And there's the boxes for the giveaways. Except for that one there on the very end. That's another figure you'll see here shortly. Here we go on to more Power of the Primes. Got all the Dinobots there. There's the Optimus. Jazz, which I did get in a deal. I said not in a deal. One of my fans sent him to me. I've yet to review him, and I do apologize for the lateness on these reviews. It's been kind of crazy, but they are in the works. Drift, there's the Combiner Wars Prime, which we are all still waiting on that upgrade kit for to come out. There's the recent Titan Returns Prime, Orion Pax, Generations Orion Pax, and Megatron, as well as the Fall of Cybertron there, Prime, and the War for Cybertron. That's the came in the 2-pack from the come with the Titan Return Prime there. There's the Megatron, Starscream, and of course the Combiner Wars Megatron and the Prime with the S&D upgrade. And we're going to go on to the main display. Now this one, please bear with me, guys. I'm going to show this all off, and it's going to be a little crazy because of the simple fact of the motor that's in. I've mentioned this before in other videos, so please bear with. I'm going to open the case up here, and now, let me back it up a little bit so you can see the full look of this case. I got this from my neighbor. He picked this up from a friend and just didn't have the room for it. And I thought, well, this is pretty cool. I could use this. And I got it for nothing, basically, from him. So that's awesome. It's an old pie or diamond case. I'm not sure which exactly. It's kind of old, and the motor's not really shot. It still runs, but it kind of whirs kind of bad. You'll hear it here momentarily. But you just basically open this up. And we're going to start way up here at the very top. And I can, as you can see here, I can flip the light on. It gives some great light displayed in there, as you can see. And I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to try to go through them. It's going to go kind of weird, but you'll see. We're going to start with the top shelf here. You can see, there goes Tarn, the other DJD members. Some more Masterminds. There's Planet X. Bots going by. Spark Toys. Collectors Club. Pretenders are coming around. Which I have done videos for those and watched for those. MPO5 and MPO1 going at it. 5 recently. I got fairly recently from Transmissions Yakko. And they go back around. We're going to go down to the next shelf. Here we got Masterpiece, Soundwave, Shockwave, Exhaust. There goes Axis. There goes DX9's Astro Train, Gwalt, and Provider. And here come the Seekers. Acid Storm, Thrust, Dirge. Now that most of them are, aside from Starscream and Sunstorm and Acid Storm, are all Yes models. The rest of them are Yes models. There goes, oh dang it, my mind just went blank on Galvatron's company. And there's Six Shot back there as well. He's done been around. But we go on down to the next bottom shelf. Here goes MP10, Ratchet, Huffer, Prowl, Ace Collectibles, Cliff Jumper, which again I got from my Spark brother. Mainly my others, KFC's Transistor, Hot Rod, Magnus, Sandstorm, not Apache, Allen, I'm sorry, Blue Streak, Road Rage, Skyfire, Kronos, pretty cool, and there goes Sphinx, and Lambor, and the others. We'll let it go back one more time. I do want to mention on some of these figures, for instance, the Transistor there, I'm trying to think of who else, Allen, and there's Chigger, which is the Astro Train, the Gwalt, and the Combiner Hunters as well. I actually picked a bunch of them up through Transformer Land. I highly recommend you guys check that website out. Like the Chigger and the Gwalt. Gwalt goes for over $100. I actually picked him up off of there for under $100 shipped. It was like $95, I think, shipped for him. See, my thrust is kind of leaning back there. I'll have to fix him as well. I didn't realize he was like that. This Allen was like $80, I do believe. And, I mean, it's all pretty good. You'd be surprised if you watch Transformer Land what kind of deals you can pick up through there. I think it was Shockwave again. Pretty cool, a nice collection. But, as you can hear my motor, it's running up there. If you guys can hear that and you guys know how to do to fix that, please be sure to let me know down below. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on that. It is driving me crazy. I don't know. I've tried spraying some spray in there, trying to clean the motor out. I've taken the cover off, dusted it out, but it's still doing that. I don't know if it's that, if it's the gears or what. But that's all for that. I'm going to go ahead and stop this for now. But as you can see, it's a pretty nice collection, guys. I'm very proud of it. Better than what I've had, you know. It is what it is. And got many videos planned for all these. Hopefully I'll get to them at some point. Lastly, the very last thing to show here. Whoops, I hit the wrong way. Very last thing I want to show off here is what I got from Hobby Lobby. The Transformers big poster here. Pretty cool. I really like that as well. But that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And if you like the way this is done, please let me know. I'm trying with this. It's just what it is. I thought I'd try it this way instead of using my regular camera, seeing if the images and all would come out a lot better. But if you have any questions, please be sure to comment down below and let me know. And when this video goes up, the contest for the July is still going on, so be sure to check out at the beginning of this month how to enter for that. You still got some time left to be able to enter that contest. All you have to do, remember, is just to follow what I mentioned in that video. But until next time, guys, this is Dinobot saying once again, please like, comment, and share this video. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Until next time. This time I'm saying, I'll talk to you later.